What's up, guys? It's McNulty here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. And today, again, we have the Goblin summon. We've had it every couple of weeks now, it seems like. And the Goblins have just received some buffs. So let me know if you guys think that was warranted. Personally, I'm not sure because they seem pretty damn good to me already. But we've already got another new Goblin in the portal. So of course we're going to have a look at this guy today. Straight away, I'm not a huge fan of that fake little lightning bolt coming off of the violin there. But we're going to see how Fizzcoil performs. We're going to see what he's all about. So let's have a look at this guy. So first of all, he is an ice hero. So I think that since obviously Kettle's the only other ice legendary goblin in the portal, I think this guy doesn't have too much to live up to because Kettle's kind of getting a bad name, even though he can be pretty damn useful in some situations. So Fizzcoil is of the rogue class, pretty damn good class actually for him. So he gets the chance to evade, which we do like because it means that he's a bit more survivable, and also it is the best offensive class in the game. So if you want to beef up his attack stat, rogue is the way you want to go. Now he is of the Goblin family, so the Goblin family bonus, I don't know if this has been changed or not. Actually, yeah, it has been changed. So the bonus is for 1, 2, or 3 heroes, and each time the hero takes damage from an enemy special skill, they remove either 50%, 75%, or 100% of the boosted health from all enemies. Very good passive. Really need to be careful about going up against these guys with boosted health, because it's just going to be reduced, or relying on boosted health, I should say. So that is a good family bonus. The passive, it's a 40% chance to deal 90% damage to all enemies and reduce the accuracy of all enemies by 25% for 3 turns when they cast their special skill. Again, an extremely good passive. So both the passive and the family bonus work really well for these Goblin heroes. So watch out. Watch out for little Fizzcoil. He's going to be bringing some destruction. Now, in terms of stats, let's just whack the max power preview off there for a second. He is pushing nearly 1,000 on the attack. Really decent. 931 on the defense and 1563 on the health point. So maybe slightly less HP than some of the other heroes that we're seeing, but still very respectable stats. He is obviously the bard, the musician amongst the Goblins. And somehow he's got that old-timey wig on, but it also looks like he's donned some kind of white moustache, which is growing out of his face. I'm not sure that Goblins have facial hair, but this guy does. Anyway, yeah, he's carrying along the theme. He looks pretty cool. Just not a fan of that little lightning bolt, man. Like, it just looks tacky compared to the rest of the art, but otherwise not too bad. Now, his special skill is called Shady Concerto. Of course it is. He's running at fast speed, which we like to see. And at fast speed, he will deal 240% damage to all enemies. Now, remember I said, obviously, the rogue class, you're going to be able to beef that attack stat up mightily. So that means that he's going to be dealing, even though it's 240, that hit is going to feel pretty sore. So 240% to all at fast speed. Now, Wither, he gets the Wither effect, so all enemies get minus 160 attack and minus 160 defense. These Wither and Growth effects are really staunch, and they can be extremely annoying. I don't know if you've faced many Goblin heroes, but for me, I find that if you've got just one guy left on the team and you've forgotten to take him out early, it can be an annoyance. It's not necessarily like a game ender or game changer, because it seems like the matches go really quickly nowadays. So yeah, you can get away with it, but I mean, on the right team, it can be extremely frustrating, and especially on attack as well. I think it can be really good, the Wither effect. Now, all enemies get negative 30% mana generation for 3 turns, so basically 240% damage to all, gives them negative attack and negative defense and negative mana generation for 3 turns. So pretty hardcore special. Now, if the mana generation effect is removed before the duration ends, the mana of the target with the effect is reduced by minus 5% mana. Now, this is a really cool effect. It might not seem like a huge mana reduction, but what it does do is it just cuts your mana if you cleanse, which is going to be extremely annoying because the first thing you're going to want to do is get rid of that negative mana generation. But if you do cleanse off the skill, you're just going to get a minus 5% mana cut. And if you were fully charged, there goes your special skill, and you have to wait another turn till the next follow on. So yeah, this hero is extremely good. He's not too good, I don't think. But he is an extremely good hero. So, I'd give him an A. I think that he could be used on both defense and offense. I definitely would pop him on a team in defense. I think that the fact that he's firing off at fast speed makes him a good hero to pair up with other fast speed heroes. And the class with the dodge is also very effective. So yeah, I don't think that he's going to be impossible to deal with. I just think, for me, the negative mana generation is probably going to be the worst thing, and also the wither effect, because at the moment that we don't have any counters to those effects, they're just going to be that much more annoying. So if we do go ahead and limit break little Fizzcoil, we're going to be looking at, wow, okay, so 1350 on the attack. Like I said, 240% damage at 1350 on the attack, plus he gets the attack up ether powers, so at the start of the battle he gets an extra 20% attack for 6 turns. That means that hit's gonna really hurt. And the other stats are just bonkers. As I keep saying, we're getting into the realms of ridiculousness with these guys. But yeah, he's a great all-rounder, to be honest. The more I look at him, the more I think about it, the more useful I can see him being. I think this is the kind of hero that you would use every single day, whether it's on an attacking team or whether it's on a farming team or in raids, or in events as well. Maybe not as much in events, but certainly for the most part, this is going to be a hero you're going to get a lot of mileage out of. And remember, in this portal, you do get the chance for 2 times. So if you do summon a legendary goblin, you get a second different legendary goblin for free. So that is a good incentive to pull in this portal. However, the odds are at 0.4% for the legendary featured and 0.5% for the legendary event. So 0.9% of a chance that you will get a goblin. Not really worth saying it, but Dark Feather, I found him to be extremely good as part of a defensive team. I think some of the probably better than some of the other goblins that we've looked at so far. I think the Mega Minion ones, they're lagging behind a little bit, so it'll be interesting to see what they do with them. Probably another boost, another buff in the near future. But yeah, let me know what you think of Fizzcoil, and all the best of luck in your summons, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Bye for now, guys.